Hey, welcome back to inventRightTV. This is Stephen Key. And this next video you're going to absolutely love because it's a packaging innovation that this inventor is bringing to market. So please watch it. Okay, everybody, Stephen Key here. And I have a very special guest on inventRightTV that's going to show you what he's doing. He's got an amazing product. And we're going to start at the very beginning. Doug, please introduce yourself and where do you live and what do you do?
My name is Douglas Bard, and I am co-founder of the Wave Tape, which we will show you in a minute. I live on the east coast of New Jersey. I happen to be an avid angler and surfer, and so that kind of, you can see maybe where the brand came a little bit. And I have been inventing with my father for the better part of almost 25 years. He is a retired aerospace engineer, having worked on some very famous jet engines as a civilian for the government. So we are a dynamic duo, a lot of people call us, but I'm pretty much the kind of the face of the company, even though he's better looking than me. So yeah, I'm here today to I thank you, Stephen. It was great to meet you at the National Hardware Show. That was awesome. And we went there we went there as a family. So not just myself and my father, but my brother came out, my mother, and we had a booth. And, the reaction to the Wave Tape was tremendous. So the story is a great one. My father, again, we've got multiple patents, co-inventor on several, but he's the brains. He came to me probably about 3 years ago. And the true story is that he had been in the bathroom, and he's 82 now, and he could not find the end of the roll of toilet paper. So I said, "Oh, that's great, Dad." He goes, "Well, I have an idea." I said, "Oh, okay, Dad, so let's see what you got." And so he basically had created a series of a line on the toilet paper so that when you would tear a piece off, he wanted to see if there was a mismatch. And that was essentially the genesis of what we now call Wave Tape. Because I said, "Dad, toilet paper, I don't know. Can we?" And it occurred to us, like, packing tape, clear packing tape. Everybody knows this problem. Everybody we've ever talked to that's ever used a clear roll of tape, packing tape or otherwise, has had this problem. You can't find the end. And so we took that idea from the toilet paper from the bathroom to the office. And so I present to you the Wave Tape here. So this is a 4-pack right here. Ooh, upside down. I won't go into full sales mode, but we're available online and all the retail.
We'll get to that because
cool.
I want people to know where to find it. But okay. Yeah. So you saw a problem.
Yes.
You came up with a great solution.
Yes.
But you realize it probably needs to be in a different category.
Yes.
You are absolutely 100% correct on your assumption of how do you find the end of that darn tape?
Amen.
It drives me crazy.
So we have a saying, like, what do a common roll of clear packing tape and the universe have in common? You'll go nuts trying to find the end of either one. Right. So that's kind of how we kick into things. And it is really universal in that sense, because there's nobody that we've talked to that hasn't run into that problem.
It's common.
The other thing that's kind of bubbled to the top is the amount of tape that is wasted as a result of that. People will throw away whole rolls of tape because they don't know where to start pulling. They pull down the middle. So with our product, it kind of solves all of those issues, which is awesome.
Well, let's start. Okay. So you've got this great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And do you build a prototype first, Doug?
Of course. Yeah. My dad being the perpetual tinkerer, he's got something going right away. So we started out we bought just a roll of tape, and, Dad's got his grease pencils, and we're trying to put things on so we started out with just a man-made roll of tape. And he originally started with a duct tape, if you will.
Okay.
And we moved on to the packing tape, but then became the challenge of if you run a line on a tape, if you run what we call a marking system on the tape, if you run it throughout the clear roll, it actually kind of makes it difficult to find the end anyway, because you're seeing line after line from layer to layer. So there are a couple of nuances with the IP around the product that allow you to find, it creates a mismatch from layer to layer. So if I show it right here, you can see where the break is. So if I tear a piece, right? So I know two things. I know exactly where to peel from now. So I'm going to peel from the end. And from an engineering standpoint, because you're peeling from the edge, you now only have one side where there's resistance for that tape. So you're not going to get that split. So that just happens naturally. So if I pull this, right, I pull a piece off, and I use my teeth, but there's gonna be a mismatch every time. So
Every
you're basically waving goodbye to the frustrations and hassles, and waving hello to the wave of packaging ease with wave tape.
okay.
Ta-da!
All
It
right. So
writes itself.
you're working on the prototypes. What do you do next after you think you've got it done? Do you call your patent attorney and patent it first, or what do you do next?
Well, so Dad has written all of his patents successfully and defended all of his patents successfully. So Dad started writing. He's got the wherewithal to do that. So we start that process. We start filing at least for a provisional, and then we start trying to prototype in this case. But it took us a while to get to what we have now. So it was a matter of going through different iterations and running our own little focus groups and our own little test groups,
Okay.
market research, and getting feedback. So file the provisional, making prototypes, bouncing them off people, and then getting feedback. And just it's a iterative and optimizing process. I mean, life
Okay.
is, right. That's the truth of life. So yes.
Okay. So you're working on the IP, you're working on the prototypes, you're getting feedback from everybody.
Yeah.
So when do you decide that, hey, we should probably have some manufactured?
So I'm going to share something with you, Stephen, that I haven't really shared with anybody else, and you could probably even find it online right now. So we actually did a V1.0 of the product. So it was we manufactured a initial round of a red and black product, and we called it End in Sight tape. End is easy to find; just look for the break in line, right? So that was okay, and we had a lot of support there. But what we realized from that is we actually had to change the wavelength on that tape. So two
Okay.
things. One, a lot of people said it looked like hazmat tape, and that wasn't good, right? And then from some retail experts, they said, the if you go to the planogram in a retail market and you look for all the tape there, it's kind of just fitting in with the rest of it. So we said, okay, well, people are telling us it looks like hazmat. We have to change the wavelength. And I'm just sitting there like, I might have surfed earlier that day, and I'm like, wavelength, wave tape, wave goodbye to the hassles, wave hello to the, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then we're like,
Okay.
blue is beautiful. Blue is aesthetically pleasing. This is a consumer facing tape. Why wouldn't you want? So we started messing around with those colors, and that's when we went from V1.0 to V2.0. And then we had this made.
Okay. So where did you have it made?
So we partner. So having had these other patents and products where we've kind of almost brought them to market, given where the stage of life where my dad's at, where I'm at, I've got two kids, a wife, a mortgage. I needed a partner. I needed a partner that could help me facilitate, willing to basically give up some of the whatever to move things faster along. So we were very fortunate. It's a little bit of serendipity, but I got introduced to a gentleman who has a business where they work with HSN, QVC. They already source over in China. So it was through him that we were able to get the product sourced and kind of tested, and then we got our final product. So
Okay.
yeah,
So they're manufacturing overseas.
currently correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. Tell us about that experience, Doug. Was that difficult? Was it hard? Time consuming? Did you go over there? Did it come out right? Tell
I,
us about everything.
So and having learned from the red version from End in Sight, I didn't want anything to do with it because I know it's all about the relationships at the factories that you have.
Okay.
There's sometimes a communication gap. We're a two-man team, a one-man show that
All
I've never stepped foot in China. Been to Indonesia to surf, but not in China to manufacture. So, long story short, I decided it was important this time to get a partner in place. So once we started talking to them, they were able to facilitate that process again in return for their piece of the pie. And we are able to get a very nice looking, product in a reasonable amount of time and then be able to go to market with it.
Okay, so you've got the vendor, they're supplying it. When you first order it,
Yeah.
Doug, is there a minimum quantity that you have to order? I mean, how does that all work? Do you have a garage full of it now? Do you have a warehouse of it? What's
We
going
do
on with
not. Our partner has a warehouse. Partner brings in product. Partner took on a lot of the risk just so we could get to market. So
that?
he has product in his warehouse. Again, we're available several places. So sometimes we'll drop ship from him through these other places when an order is placed, and then we also have product at Amazon as well. So, but it's
Perfect.
all managed through this central.
Got
Call
it.
them my personal 3PL and a
So
very cool
is
partner.
that expensive? If you had to do it yourself to order quantities and all that, I mean, do you have any idea? People are always asking, how much money do I need?
Twice as much as you initially think you need, if not more, is the answer to that, right? There's no
Only
way
twice?
that if you're
Only
not,
twice?
what's that? Yeah, I mean, in the end, if you're not familiar with an industry, there's no way that you can really anticipate all
Okay.
different kinds of challenges, let alone something that pops up like a tariff or something like that. So that could wipe out. That could really, and it
Okay.
depends on what your goals are. My goal, as it was at the show, was really to get the word out about Wavetape. We know that
Okay.
maybe we break even right now, and we're okay with that because once we get into a better spot, then we can start ordering at higher volumes, which bring down the manufacturing costs, and then the profits start to come in.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got everything. You got a partner. You filed IP. You got the manufacturer. You've got it
Yes.
on website. You can buy it. Everything
Yes.
else. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Have you found who's reaching out to retailers? I mean, how are you doing that? Are you calling them up, or are you? How do you get to those people?
Hard. It's not easy. And again, partner
Why?
has
Why is it hard?
because you need to know the right buyer first off, and those buyers have a responsibility. And I find this with my day job. So I wish this was my day job full time. I work for a great company in a great technology industry, but getting to the right person is one thing, but these buyers have a responsibility to their companies. And the responsibility is that they want to bring products in that sell and make good money for the company. That's very
Okay.
infrequently do you find somebody who's willing to put their tush on the line to bring on something new unless they feel really strongly about it. So
Okay.
that's the challenge with buyers, right? Who's
Got it.
going to put their tush on the line for something that's not proven? It's a chicken or the egg scenario. We believe in it, but they
But you
have
got to
to.
get them. Okay.
Yeah.
So where can people buy it?
Okay.
We're gonna have information down below too. But if I want this, how do I get it?
So right now you can go to Amazon for a 4-pack or a 2-pack. It's
Okay.
also available online at Walmart, Lowe's, Target, Tractor Supply.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Doug, congratulations on everything. I loved it the
Thank you.
minute I saw it. I understood it. I
Thank
get
you.
it. I love the name Wave, the blue. Everything you're doing is just spot on. Everybody, this is a
Appreciate
great
you.
product. This is a great product. I saw it. You're going to love it. Find it, order it. I have that problem. I don't know if anybody on the planet does not have that problem finding that end of that tape.
Amen.
All right. Doug, thank you for coming on InventRight TV. And let's have you back a little bit later to follow up on your journey.
Would love to. Thank you so much. I really have enjoyed meeting you and look forward to just, future things, Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all this information.
Happy to. Thank you.
Okay, you've got a great product idea and you're not quite sure what to do, or maybe you've got inventory in your garage because you were selling your product on Amazon and you don't want to continue doing it, but you want someone to help you license your idea to a company to bring it to market for you. We have a new program that's called Gateway, where we do all the work for you. We'll find the right companies and the right people to make sure your product is pitched correctly to get the licensing deal. This new program is called Gateway. If you're interested, please check it out.